Are we?
Yeah.
Good?
All right. Welcome back. This is the Blaze Your Own Trail podcast. I am Cody.
And I'm Raul. Welcome back, dude. How you been?
I've been well.
It's been a minute.
Yes, it has
it's been
a
like
minute.
3 weeks.
Yeah, I kind of like these episodes because it's like you said, it's been a minute. It's cool to see you again.
Yeah,
It's
done
cool.
a lot. What the fuck have you been up to, man?
There's all kinds of stuff. So much new stuff.
Fucking life.
Yeah, like stressful new stuff, but exciting new stuff at the same time. So
Yeah. What's the biggest change you've had in life right now?
Well, I walked
what's
away
new?
from my full-time job, so that was kind of exciting and a little hasty.
Full-time job of how long?
2.5 years.
Damn.
Almost 3.
What are you doing again?
And so right now I've just been taking on my own gardening clients. I've built up a clientele over the past 4 years. I've just been kind of doing it part-time throughout the summer. It's just for extra side cash. And so right now that's just what I'm pretty much focused on, is that, and maybe pick up some part-time work to be proactive about the winter.
Yeah. What led you to make that decision?
I just feel like I need a
That's
change.
dope. I fuck with it. I fuck with it. What led you to that, though?
I just felt like I needed change. I felt like that my routine and I guess just workplace just felt stagnant to me, and I needed to switch it up in some way. I just felt it from my gut, and I didn't really. I ultimately had the confidence to say, you know what, I could quit my job because I could get more clients. I've been successful in doing that, and I already have weeklies and stuff like that. So I was I just decided to take the jump, and I talked to a few people about it. There was a dude at the boxing gym who said one time he just took a leap and started his own business, and he owns the Skippers up on.
Oh, word. Oh, yeah.
And he said it's the second busiest seafood.
Other than that, behind Anthony's or what?
No, in Washington State right now. I don't know what the first one was, but he said it's the second busiest seafood place in Washington State. And I was like, word.
I didn't know
So shout out to Nalo.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, man, I just took the leap. And he felt like he gave me a lot of confidence. But ultimately, doing my own thing led me to feel like that I could change things up and take a risk and see how it goes.
Yeah. How do you feel about that now?
Well, at first I felt like crap because I was like, man, I've never done just been completely on my own.
Is that the biggest leap you've taken, you think, in your life?
Yeah, I
Today?
would say in terms of I'm at a place where I can't live with my parents. I don't get help from other people. There's no really fallback essentially.
Yeah.
I've quit my jobs before, then I've gone and lived with my parents again and stuff like that, and always had a little fallback thing. But now I'm out here on my own, paying my own bills completely and doing all that. So that's what feels like the biggest leap, was the consistency of the job into the non-guarantee of what is coming in the future, essentially.
Yeah, and I mean, I can relate because obviously it's no secret that we were coworkers, but I can understand how it could feel stagnant because I felt the same way when I did it. But I fucking hate that feeling.
Yeah.
And like you said, that first fucking. For me, the first month after I quit that job too, I was kind of feeling like shit.
Yeah. What do you think made you feel like shit?
I was scared.
Right.
I knew that what I could do, and I knew what I was doing, so I had faith in that. But at the same time, I was still kind of fucking scared because at the end of the day, I still got to fucking go and get it and provide.
Right.
And so
Was
that
it almost a sense of
it was like a.
Did I make the wrong decision?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Fuck no.
Word.
Never. Never.
Just fear.
It was just fear of not trying because I knew ultimately if I didn't try, I'm gonna look like a fool trying to go back,
right,
or fucking do something I don't want to do, and that's probably go find a fast food job again,
right?
And so it's I knew what I was doing, so I had that faith when I quit that job that it's the shit that I'm gonna go do is I know it's gonna pay off in the long run.
Yeah. And
right now it's gonna be rough, and goddamn it was it rough, and it's still fucking tough,
Yeah.
But I've fucking learned a lot since then, but I don't regret one bit of it, honestly. I'm grateful for the 2 years that I worked there, honestly,
100.
because it taught me to not be content.
Yeah.
And glad that fucking, how shitty it was, but COVID, when it hit, and those 2 years was probably the best 2 years of my life, honestly, because I had to fucking step up and do a lot and fucking go and get it.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I did that, I'm glad that I opened my eyes when that happened. And it sucks for the people that haven't opened their eyes since it's happened, But goddamn it, dude, I'm glad that I did. And I'm fucking glad that I'm where I'm at today because I know where I'm fucking going.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt the whole time. As shitty as I've felt when I quit in those first couple of weeks, right now, dude, I feel
yeah, that's what it was for me. The first couple of weeks, you said, the first month, and it was first couple of weeks, week and a half in, I land a couple of my own clients, on top of the ones I already had, and then I was just this ain't bad at all. I'm really out here doing this shit. I don't know, it's kind of I've learned a lot in that process. Like,
yeah, but like the thing, I think like what I see there that gave you like that, I'm glad that you took that leap too, because it's like what I saw is like, dude, this was like a consistent thing that you built over the last few years, you know, and it's something that you wanted to do, whether you stick with it or not. And at the end of the day, you scratch that itch and like,
right.
you know, that shit's done if you don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's how I look at it too. Like if I were to, like, I kind of just had that conversation with myself when I was feeling the fear of like not trying or like even trying a lot and then still failing. Like that's kind of my like fear was like, oh man, I fail and then have to ask me for money, which would be like a freaking horrible thing to me.
That
like
right there, that in the back of my mind too. I don't like asking people for shit, and money's not something I want to go ask them for, dude.
I was just like, fuck, I really don't want to fail. And so then like, just that I guess overcoming that made me just realize that like ultimately you have to think about like succeeding and you have to want that.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's kind of what that taught me in that situation was like, oh shit. Like,
but it's like you put yourself in that situation knowing that these things could potentially happen, you know, and
right.
you weren't even aware of what you were going to feel.
Right.
You know, you were just kind of like, fuck it. Same with me. And so it's like for people who are hesitant to make any sort of decision or action towards something that's scary, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, like you're going to have to figure it out either way.
Yeah.
And whether you make your life hard by staying stagnant, your life's going to be hard either way. You know, the thing, you choose your hard, you know.
Yes.
You either work hard and get what you want or fucking just stay and get what you're given.
Yeah.
You know, and complain about it.
Yeah.
But, you know, the last few months has been just like eye-opening, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's dope. Yeah. It's fucking dope, honestly.
No, yeah, it's been making me really even think about how many more ways I can
elevate.
Elevate and like sustain myself without like the institution of a job, essentially, has been really what I've been thinking about. Because it's like, man, I could expand upon my business that I already have. Man, you could do anything. I was talking to a friend the other night. You could start baking goods and selling them to the clients that you already have. Like I seen you do that with your mom's food, and was kind of like, that's one way to get it. But then like even with just like my music, and we could like merge that shit out. Like, it's actually possible if you believe in it and actually take actions and steps towards it. Like how I started with the small couple clientele and then moved into a little bit bigger one. So it's like, I don't know, just been really thinking like, I think that we have been taught, or at least I have in a way, to be reliant on people who already have jobs instead of like sitting down with yourself and thinking like, what kind of services and goods can I offer to people if I truly wanted to be my own boss and go out and get it. But like, it's like,
those are self-taught skills too that pay.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, some people get taught them like by their parents and shit. Like,
but then you also got to put in your own time to elevate those skills, you know,
and learn them.
Yeah. But you know, it's something that is like dope to experience, you know, firsthand, because like how we said last time, like we got to practice what we preach, and sometimes when life hits us, like we really got to fucking do it.
100%.
And I feel like I feel like when that happens is when we kind of, you know, go missing for a little bit on the podcast and for me posting personally on, like I don't want to post anything. Like I'm just not going to do anything because I'm trying to figure my shit out, you know.
100%.
And I'm just so much in my head and my thoughts trying to figure shit out that I don't give a fuck about posting as much as I want to. I'm just like, it's not what matters to me right now, you know. Yeah. But you know, it's just it's that thing of just like staying consistent, you know. And just like whether you want to or not, just remember what you want. You know, and feelings aren't real, I don't think, sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like feelings are real. They just come and go and they're fickle.
Yeah, and then we feed them.
Yeah, and you have to try to. The hardest part is like when you're really happy, telling yourself like, go like chill, because like try to be a little like look at a bigger perspective. Like you're gonna come down from this, and then also when you're really fucking down in the pits, being like, I'm gonna feel better at some point, like. In terms of just them coming and going, like, but like in the moment of it, sometimes it can be difficult for me. I know that, like, like I said, like the first week, I was like, fuck, like I was in so much fear, like I felt like I made the wrong decision. Like that's why I kind of asked you that. Yeah. Because I was like, knew that I had something to do, but like I just said, like I've just been so reliant on jobs, and they've just offered me a sense of security and structure. And so then it's like, probably like you said, kind of just the fear of like not trying, and then I just like. I don't know, just kept going with it and was like, recognize that it is really just about trying and applying yourself. Yeah. Like, I don't know exactly where I was going with that. I had a point. You were saying something, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, but god damn it. And what else? What you got? What you got?
Shoot, man. I've been going to the boxing gym. I started sparring again, so that's kind of new.
Yeah,
and
back into
difficult.
boxing.
Yeah, like I've been going and watching the fights and stuff. That's pretty cool.
More active.
Yeah.
That's something that's like, like you stepped out of your comfort zone.
Oh, for sure,
do that
dude. Yeah,
again.
overcoming fears for sure. Like you get hurt when you get in the boxing ring. It's like even if you're better than the other dude, you're bound to catch one.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and then if you're not better than the other dude, you're gonna catch a lot. So
Yeah.
it's like, and just being out of that situation, I think it's just like your brain processing. I actually saw this quote that really made me think about it a lot. It was about Muay Thai though, and it was talking about like you're gonna be afraid when you do Muay Thai. You're gonna get hurt when you do Muay Thai, but the thing is you're gonna feel fear essentially. And then it was saying that like you're gonna learn to though handle that fear differently in the way you assess it, and that will carry over into the real world. And I just was like feeling so much fear about like sparring. I was just like, fuck it, like let's get it. And then I did a couple times, and I still feel fear. Like there's freaking sparring tonight, and I'm like, I don't know, I kind of just want to go work out because I've been noticing a couple of things with my footwork that I want to get right. But at the same time, like I could spar and do that. I don't know, but it's definitely a challenge, and a challenge is good because you grow from them.
Touche.
And that's what I've been seeking out.
Touche. What's the biggest thing you've learned fucking since doing that leap of faith?
Shoot, dude.
What would you tell somebody who's on that borderline, how you were, you know? Like,
so it's crazy because it's like, it sounds so cliche, but you can do whatever you want. Like but you got to know what it is. And that's like, I think saying you could do whatever you want is like a very general statement, because then people think of all the things that they could do. Like me and you were even talking, and you were like, I feel like you need to figure out what you want to do. Like you want to do a lot of things, which is fair.
Yeah.
And I have the same conversations with my other friends, and they're like, you just sound like you need to figure out like what you want to do and then hone in on those things. And I am like, so I realized like, well, like I want to do this, this, and this, and then put my energy into that and try not to be frivolous with it in terms of like getting bored with just doing those three things in a sense, and seeking something else that's new and exciting in the moment, but trying to develop those three things that I think are like useful of my time.
Yeah.
But really just that like self-belief and self-dialogue are very important, that though, like whether you believe you can actually do this shit or whether you believe or whether you think you're going to fail is really going to play into the amount of action that you take to really like then see it happen. And it's like self-fulfilling prophecy essentially. It's like, that's what I've just been really thinking about. Just like I need to focus on me, know what I want, where do I want to be, what are the skills I'd like to develop, and then apply myself to doing that as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
Versus like kind of coasting in a job and being like, well, when it comes upon me, like really sitting down with myself and actually figuring it out, and then like asking my questions, like, is it worth it to continue doing this, or do you want to do this, and would you like to see yourself in the future doing that kind of shit? So I feel like that's the biggest thing, really self-belief, like, and understanding I can do it.
You fucking can.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, because I tend to get down on myself.
Yeah.
And like I said, mostly probably out of fear, or just like nobody in my family ever ran a business.
Yeah.
Like I've never really seen it up close that much. Like I have some friends who run businesses, but they're still pretty small and shit like that. So it feels sometimes unrealistic to me. And then that's where that's self-doubt right there.
Yeah.
Somewhat unrealistic to me. Like I'm like, nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
It's very realistic for me.
It is. I mean, it can be, you know, like it's
and that's the conversation I've learned to just like really deal with, and like be like, okay, if it is realistic, like let's take some action and step towards it.
Yeah. But that definitely comes, you got to fucking have self-belief for sure.
Yes.
To even believe that it can be real, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's where, you know, a lot of us fucking get stuck, because we just have that self-doubt. And
why ask somebody?
Yeah.
Why ask if they want your services if you think it's not going to work?
Somebody already does it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy. And it's crazy to think about, because I was like that at some point, and I see people like that at some point. And even when I ask like my brother and stuff like that, the answers he gives me sometimes are, you know, sometimes shit that I don't want to like really hear. I'm like, all right, well, you got to change that fucking answer up, bro. You know, but at the same time,
like what kind of questions you ask him?
And just just shit like what are you grateful? Just like the basic shit, and it's just and it's hard for them to answer and stuff like that, It's just like, all right, well,
Yeah, they don't think about it.
yeah, think about it a little bit,
Yeah.
and it's kind of funny, because you really get to see how many people don't even consider shit like that, like grateful that we're wearing fucking clothes right now. you
Yeah.
know
100%,
and just shit
dude.
like that, like you woke up today, like we always say it, we've said it, like be grateful for the fucking little things that you got in your life.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes much easier said than done, because I feel like there was a period of time during that first couple of weeks where I was being very ungrateful just for the fact that I
Dude,
had
same.
everything. Yeah, that I had everything that I really needed in life. Like I had running water still. I still had
Dude,
roof over my
same. And
head.
there
My
was
bills
days-
were paid.
There was days where I woke up just feeling like I'm just trying to lay here. I
Yeah.
ain't trying to do shit. Like I don't give a fuck. And I'm just like, dog, life ain't even bad. Get the fuck up. Like,
bro, it's so
the
funny.
fuck.
I relate to that.
And so
man.
I'm just like it's still kind of hard to practice what we preach. So it's like
Yes.
you still gotta look in the mirror and just be like, it ain't that bad, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you can go to the store right now and probably buy some fucking groceries.
Oh, yeah.
Some people can't do that.
Yep.
And so it's just like stuff like that I gotta remind myself. And like lately, I've just been like feeling like just blessed. Like,
Yeah.
like sometimes like I just don't even know what fucking day it is, and I just sometimes like life does not seem real. Like it's so crazy. Like it's so weird. Like sometimes I don't know if I'm fucking so high that it doesn't seem real. But like.
You do be
I'll
getting pretty hot.
I do get fucking high as shit. But I'll be talking with my brother, and I'm just like, what day is it today? Like I don't feel like I'm here right now. I feel like I'm in a dream kind of thing. And so I'm just like, But then sometimes I wake up and I was just like, yesterday doesn't even feel like yesterday. It feels like it was just like 10 minutes ago. And it's weird to have that feeling, and I don't know what it is, but I like it.
Yeah.
But
And as opposed to the like everyday monotonous, like
yeah, and it's like
long
and every
drawing,
day,
slow.
To be honest, every day, basically
Non-passion.
Monday through Sunday, I do the same shit.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think it's
But
just
you're
what I do
enjoying it?
now. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
what I do now, and it's just like, I work at
You're
a
in a
store,
flow state a lot, probably.
like retail
Time
store,
is
and
just
it's
moving.
boring, but at the same time, like it's fun because I know what I'm doing there, and so like I'm not kind of just like I gotta go to work, and it's just like every day, like it's just the same shit, but it's just like I'm learning every day. So I think that's the cool part, and it's like something that is dope, like this shit, because I get to educate people. And it like aligns with what we want to do with Blaze Buds. We want to educate people to fucking be better. Well, we want to educate people to fucking produce better and, educate your consumers and stuff like that. So it's like what we do is just trying to educate. And like, I think that's what we're here for.
Give us some education. What do you got right there?
The serious pod, dude. So I was just telling Brendan over there. So all carts that you see on the shelf, like everything is the fucking same internally. If you take them apart, they all got toilet paper in there to soak your oil to stop it from leaking. It still leaks. So they're designed to fail. So they got cotton, metals contaminating, touching your oil. So it's like, think about it. You go to take a dab, drop a little bit of cotton in there. You're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So producers and companies don't give a fuck because they're not going to take shit apart. They buy what's the cheapest and they're just going to sell it. Well, all carts are hand-me-down shit from the e-cig world. They're meant to burn e-juice. And so they burn really hot, whatever. They're not meant to burn, rosin or any THC formulations. So the owner, John Dawson, fucking shout out to him at Kung Fu Vapes. He's been doing this shit for 10 years. R&D, just everything constantly, and keeps making his own shit and internally specs, and then just keeps updating and making it better so people don't have a chance to rip it off. And so the direction that we're headed is to fucking replace carts everywhere.
Work, because those are wickless.
Yeah, there's no cotton wicking, there's no metals, there's no alloy, there's no downstem.
Word.
It's fucking low temp, so you're able to taste your product from start to finish.
100.
It doesn't burn your throat. There's nothing contaminating. It's just the ceramic bucket, and it's a legit just vaporizer.
It's nice.
And it's disposable, rechargeable, whatever. But that's what we're out to do, and just like we're trying to help people. But in the way that we do is, we hurt people's egos because they think they know it all.
Yeah.
And they think we're just another fucking manufacturer trying to push shit on them. But nah, we're in there doing this shit every day.
Yeah.
And I don't know everything that he knows, but I'm learning every fucking day. And I probably can't talk about what he can talk to you about because he knows a lot.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking, it's awesome
cool.
to get to talk to people like at conventions and shit.
Right.
Like it's just fun.
Yeah.
And like everybody's intrigued because they don't know about it. And consumers are never going to know because they trust what's being sold to them, But these motherfuckers don't give a shit. They're selling you the cheapest shit for the most expensive price that they can to make their profits, you know. And we're dumb, you know. And we just do whatever. But you know, that's what we're trying to do. And like I said, that shit is fun. I'm fucking grateful that I'm doing that, and I've fucking learned a lot in the last 5 months.
Word.
And it's fucking dope.
What do you think your biggest struggle with that has been?
Big struggle learning, probably just learning, like having the confidence to even go into depth of the specs and what it is and how it's different, because obviously I didn't know shit when I got there, but just kind of learning that and being able to educate, you know, a potential client rather than pitch them a sales pitch, you know.
Right.
Because this is more so education. If you don't want it, doesn't fit your budget, then it's not for you. If you don't really give a fuck, then it's not for you. If you don't want to do R&D, then it's not for you.
Yeah, and also just the more you know about it, the more you are likely to get it down the road.
Yeah, and then so that's the cool thing about it is just like learning how to speak to people and really how to provide rather than try to sell it to them. Because at the end of the day, this shit speaks for itself. Yeah. And the people that are buying it for a reason, and the quantities that they're buying it at, and the hype that it's getting right now is only the beginning of it, and it's fucking insane.
Word.
And like I said, it's gonna be a game changer for the industry.
I believe it.
And he's the only one doing this shit in the space that's in the lab. I guarantee that.
You guys just got the cookies deal?
We're working with cookies, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working with some major brands in California.
So I was like, okay.
There's definitely gonna be some major brands in California. There's already a couple out there that have been using our hardware and debuted it, and people are fucking loving it. They go nuts over it because of how it looks what it is.
Right.
And it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I just think the coolest thing is like no downstem, no wick, no cotton.
And
it makes
like,
sense.
If you take it apart, it's literally like 4 components. As in, you take a cart apart, there's gonna be hella different. You're gonna need a mechanic for that shit.
I've taken the cart apart. I've seen them shits.
No,
Springs
they're crazy.
Springs and screws and cotton and wicks. And
so that's what we're out to do, is just educate and help and fucking change the game, honestly, because we're consumers first, and I'm glad that I'm able to join and help and provide what I can and do what I'm doing, because it's fucking fun and it's dope. And I honestly, like, when I quit my job, like, you remember how fucking excited I was just to quit and just be like, I don't give a fuck if he hires me. I just want to go learn from him.
Yeah.
And I told him that shit. Like, that's what hired me, I think. It was just my enthusiasm to be there. And it's like, I just wanted to be there, you know? And it's like,
I think just also knowing that you wanted to be there, being able to even
because I had a goal to learn from him. Like, he's built from the ground, like, entrepreneur, everything that he has, you know? Yeah. And so that's something that I admire, and I wanted to learn from him. And so I told him that shit, and well, he hired me. Now I'm a salesman, and now we're fucking friends, and it's dope.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking grateful for that shit, because like I said, like, when you're afraid to go get what you want and ask for what you want, asking questions, you know, you just don't even know who you're talking to sometimes. Like, if you're confident in speaking in what you're saying and what you want, someone might just offer you a fucking job that changes your life.
100%.
You know, and you just got to be able to see it in the moment, what it can be, not what the fuck it is in the moment, you know?
Yeah. I think also just knowing what you want is, like, again, super important, because it's like, if you know what you want, you're going to be speaking in that, like, language and that tone that says to somebody like, yo, I could totally take this guy on.
And you know what's so crazy too? The day that I fucking went and printed my shit, I left work. Remember, I was fucking excited. Dude, I was pulling up and I almost fucking dipped, because I was so nervous. Yeah. I was like, it's not even worth it.
That's so funny. I know.
Dude, I almost did. I had pulled up, parked, and I looked up, and I said, I'm leaving.
No, I do that shit in life in general.
I said, quit being a bitch. You're already here.
Yeah.
And so I said, fuck it.
That's funny.
And it was dope.
It's just funny because I don't see that out of you too much.
Yeah.
Like, and so if I know that I do that kind of shit, like, I'm like, pull up to some show or something and be like, I don't know if we want to go in. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Why are you here then?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that was my thing. I was just like pulled up, look at my resume. I said, I don't even want to go in. But dude, I'm fucking glad that I did and where I'm at today, because I know that it's going to pay off, and it's fucking dope so far, and learning hella. And that's like something that I just want to like preach to fucking people, you know, like, stay consistent in what you're doing, whether you like your job or not, whether you think that job is for you, like, lifetime or not. Be specific on whether it is or not, you know, and then you'll make it come true. And so I was just like, man, I'm glad that I'm able to fucking just go and just say, all right, I want to go do this. That's something I just want, like, people to fucking be confident enough to do, you know, just like, if he rejected me, I was okay with being rejected.
Right.
You know, but I wanted to tell him what I needed to say because that's how I felt in the moment and I needed that. You know, and so it's like, just have the fucking confidence to say what you got to say. And if it fits, it fits. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Now you know. And then, you know, just don't be afraid to be rejected. Don't be afraid to, you know, take a leap of faith. You know, if you're staying consistent, just know that all you got to do is keep staying consistent.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be hard either way. Every fucking day is going to be hard. You're not going to want to work out every day. I don't want to work out every day.
Yeah.
You still want to do it because, you know, it's building consistency and it's like a mindset that you're taking care of your body.
I was just about to say, you really got to keep your mind right, no matter if you're into something that's stable, if you're in something that's risky, if you're in something that's scary. It's all about just trying to keep your mind right and having a strong philosophy around why you're doing what you're doing. That's like one thing, like I could say with the sparring is like, you know, you could get hurt and you probably will take brain damage, like in general, like if you do it long enough.
Yeah.
But like then the philosophy comes down to me is like, well, how do you want to look back when you're 90? Like, because you're not going to be able to do it then. Like, you definitely will get hurt.
Yeah, and it's like the biggest thing that fucking like sticks with me is I think it was David Meltzer, fucking Gary Vee, one of them gurus. Said he asked this guy, it's like, when do you consider your life to start, you know? And he said, maybe like 20. He said, when do you consider your life to end? And he said, I don't know, like 70, 75. And he said, how old are you? He said, 28. He said, you're not even halfway done with your fucking life.
Yeah.
You know, and if you think about shit like that, you know, we get so caught up in like, oh, I'm not fucking doing what I'm supposed to. I'm fucking old. You know, I'm really not, I shouldn't be doing this shit, but fuck my life because my parents made me do this shit, whatever. Like, you still got time. You got time to try and fucking, you know, learn. Just like our homie, you know, not going to say his name. For so long, he wanted to do his own thing, and now he's not doing his own thing, you know, his construction shit. And it's fucking dope, and he's like the happiest we've ever seen him. And that shit is lit because in a way, you can kind of see how miserable he was in this stagnant situation that he was, you know, just basically living paycheck to paycheck almost, but like not really, but basically.
Also just getting the reins under your own feet, and like once you land your own clients, it's like there's like this like pride in it. You're like, I did this shit. Like,
yeah, and it instills more confidence, you know, that you can't figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, I don't know, just like, it just feels like even if the work was shit, like there's been a couple of clients where like I didn't necessarily want to do this like really brown grass. Like I like working with some nice, you know, watered plants and shit. Like that shit's cool too. I get, but it's like some jobs
dry. Call me when it's watered.
Yeah, no, mostly like working in a garden versus like working on a lawn that's been overgrown, kind of thing. Like I like the garden work. That shit's a lot nicer. But I will do the other work. But sometimes it's not the best. But then when I'm finished with it and I get to pay for it, I'm like, this is my business. Yeah. Like there's like this like and also this like novelty in it, in the way that like with a job you kind of do the same thing every single day, unless you are like maybe traveling or like there's some good jobs out there that you do different stuff, but a lot of jobs it's very repetitious and every day almost feels like the same thing. But it's like with doing my own thing, I have like it offers me the novelty of like doing this kind of work, going to this part of town, meeting this new person, meeting this different person. It's like,
and then you can do it your way.
Yeah, exactly.
Different way. Yeah, you know. But yeah, I feel that 100%.
I was just thinking about our friend's situation in terms of just like getting the opportunity to break out and just do something just different even every day. Then on top of that, the pride.
Yeah, but like I guess the point that I was trying to make there is like when we spoke about it, you know, it was like he almost felt like there wasn't that opportunity to, you know, give himself to do that. But it was always like, bro, he can do it. He can do it. You know, we were always like that. And it was just like, and it was that self-belief because he felt like that, well, I don't think he did. This is my assumption. He felt that comfortable place of a job, you know, kind of thing. And it's just like, we all do. We all like it. You know, if it pays the bills, it pays the bills. If it gives us a little bit extra money, then we Gucci, right?
Yeah.
But some people don't want to do that. I know I don't. And, you know, I'm glad that we're all able to fucking, you know, spread our wings.
Yeah. Agreed.
You know, because if you really look at it, like, you know, we kind of did it like simultaneously, like me, you, him, you know, spreading our wings, going, dog.
I think that's like,
and
also
it's like it's like we all felt like we were in a situation that was like the dopest situation in our life, you know, and it was at one point, you know, but we want different shit, and that's like the point. It's like, if you want different shit, go try it.
Yeah, I mean, I've always really wanted to work for myself, and I am now realizing the real difficulties of why people don't work for themselves as much as they would say they would. Like, even just from my own experience of like working jobs for this long, and then finally taking the leap, and then still having so much like, oh fuck, I can't do it. I'm drowning. I can't swim. I can't swim. And then you put your feet down, and you're standing up like, oh shit. That's what it feels like. I can't do it. And I'm like, fuck. Oh shit, this is 3 feet water.
Yeah. But I feel that. What else, man?
Shoot, what you been doing for exercise? So just lifting? You running?
Extra fries, extra pizza.
Okay.
I just traditional weightlifting.
Yep.
Nothing too special. Yeah, just the same.
Yeah.
Trying to incorporate everything. But yeah, nothing special, honestly.
Still eating all that high quality protein.
Staying active, yes sir. Yes sir. And the steaks. Yeah, steaks
I haven't
are
had
fire,
a steak
man.
in a minute.
Yeah?
I haven't had a steak
You can
in a
go
minute.
get you one.
I'm having some chicken and eggs and shit.
And
Steaks does
steak and
sound
eggs.
fucking fire.
Steak and eggs.
Yeah. Been having some hella pot stickers though. Them shits hit. Them shits hit.
No, but it's fucking dope to be back.
I agree.
The Blaze Your Own Trail
Feels good.
podcast.
Blaze your own trail, baby.
And we're fucking here to share, our experiences and, hopefully give some advice.
Yeah. Hopefully
but
a little
ultimately,
bit of
we just want
motivation,
to encourage
inspiration.
people to hear different stories, to fucking just do it, because ultimately that's what we want to do. We want to bring different people on here to share the same stories that we're sharing, just their own versions, obviously.
Yeah, to share how they're going about their life
and because
what they do best, essentially.
Yeah, life is a struggle. It's an everyday struggle. You just got to figure it out every day. And I don't think anybody's got this shit figured out.
Nah.
That's
also another thing I really realized doing all this is like, we're all winging it for sure.
Yeah, you just got to have some sort of direction.
Yeah, no, straight up, like, everybody, like, even the people you work for, they're winging it too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
everybody is
just trying to figure it out. Like, they might have that part of life locked down, but the rest of the life could be real difficult. But even in that, it's like, you think they got it down pat, but you think all these celebrities got it down pat.
Yeah, I don't know. I think so many of these motherfuckers go crazy, go fucking broke.
Yeah. True.
The motherfuckers are insane.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, man, we just hope to inspire, fucking motivate, and help, and leave some quality knowledge, on here.
Yeah.
And we just want to share and help, and hopefully we are.
It is scary out there.
Yeah, it is scary.
It's
and
scary
we're all
out
learning.
there.
We're all trying, and like I said, we always get positive feedback from the people that we do. So we just
100%.
hope to reach more ears.
Yep.
And we just want to fucking live a dope ass life, and we want to, hope that you do too.
Yeah.
Because everybody deserves it. You just gotta fucking want it.
Yeah, and like Raul said, we are trying to reach some more ears. So if you hear this podcast and you get any kind of value out of it, it would help us a ton just for a share, for a like, or even just a comment. So that's one thing that hopefully we could hear from you guys.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Hear from some of you, trying to hear from more of you.
Be on the lookout for more of Cody's fucking music, Mr. Alley Griff.
Let's go.
At the end of the day, just fucking thanks for watching, and share and like if you can. Don't be lame.
Straight up.
But stay high, stay motivated, stay happy, and let's get it.
Hell yeah.
That was a good one.